Some big college games this weekend, Georgia, Tennessee among the headliners, and we've talked about how bullish we are on the business of college football. And if you need more proof, SBJ's Austin Karp reported that ESPN and ABC is off to its best viewership start for its college football schedule in 16 years. Fox is also seeing big growth for its big noon kickoff. Let's see if the numbers can continue to swell, but it's clear college football is hot. And this is your morning Buzzcast for Friday, September 12th. I'm Abe Madkour. This day is easy for me to remember for many reasons. One is that on this date, September 12th, 1994, the first issue of the Sports Business Daily was published out of an old Victorian house in Arlington, Virginia. On that morning, a few colleagues and I were led by our founder, Jeffrey Pollack, our editor, Steve Billifer, and his assistant, Chuck Todd. The first issue of The Daily was faxed, 14 pages, no more, no less, at 11:45 a.m., sent to a handful of clients. After publishing the first issue, we stood around anxiously waiting for any reaction about what we had worked so hard to produce. There were a couple of phone calls. Can you make this thing stop jamming my fax machine, or stop this from coming over the fax? But I more vividly remember Jeffrey Pollack coming out of his office and saying, quote, "I just got a call from a baseball team owner. They said, I love this thing, but there's no chance you'll be able to publish this again tomorrow." Pollack responded, "Watch us." Well, we did it again the next day, and we've been doing it ever since. And what a ride it's been. Sports Business Daily was purchased by American City Business Journals in 1998, and that was when the weekly Sports Business Journal print product was launching. And over the years, the daily product has been fully integrated with SBJ, and today, September 12th, we celebrate our 31st year of publishing our daily product. And for all of our longtime subscribers, we greatly appreciate your support. We are proud to have played a small role in making the sports business smarter and more connected, and here's to more years ahead. Let's move on. We talked about the strong sports market of Las Vegas on the Buzzcast this week, and my colleague Ben Fisher reports that the Super Bowl is likely heading back to Allegiant Stadium in 2029. The NFL and Las Vegas officials will start negotiations soon over hosting rights to the big game, and this would mark the second time Las Vegas would host the Super Bowl in 5 years. Remember, they hosted for the first time 2024. It was very well received. People loved being in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. And so while no deal is done, we've heard for months that Vegas has the inside track to host the 2029 game. So that would mean Levi Stadium for this February, SoFi Stadium for 2027, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in 2028, and then likely Las Vegas in 2029. Let's stay with the NFL and more ways that the NFL looks to drive revenue. Look no further than their new Rivalry apparel. Now, you know what this is. This is NFL, Nike, and Fanatics launching a first edition of Rivalries, which is the new uniform and apparel program debuting this season. You will see this new look during these rivalry matchups, which will start later this month. And the gear launched Wednesday. And let's just say it shows again the immense appetite for anything NFL. Because September 10th, that was Wednesday, when the apparel first went on sale, marked the biggest and highest selling product launch ever for Fanatics. Yes, I said that right. The biggest and highest selling product launch ever. And the day was also the best overall day of merchandise sales so far this season for Fanatics. Rivalry sales accounted for 80% of all sales on that Wednesday across the entire Fanatics network. And this is for new apparel, Nobody's even seen this on the field, but if you haven't seen the designs, they are quite different from the traditional uniforms. And yes, people will either love them or hate them. I've listened to some sports talk radio where they have debated for hours about whether they like these new looks or not. But regardless, if they like them or don't, it seems people will certainly buy them. As I said, you will start seeing the teams wear this rivalry look later this month. Staying with the NFL and continuing to stress that teams cannot build enough premium hospitality spaces. That's all we continue to hear. That the market for premium, which of course means some form of high-end hospitality and experiences, continues to explode. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are the latest example. Here is what they are doing. They're converting administrative space, about 10,000 square feet of office space, and they are making that into the 1933 Club at Acrisure Stadium. And that reference is to the year the Steelers were established. And this will be a speakeasy space, food and beverage. They will have behind-the-scenes views of the Steelers' locker room entrance and the player tunnel. And this is a high-end space. The team will pay $8 million to convert this space into a membership for season ticket holders, and while pricing was not revealed, this will be a big moneymaker for the Steelers. And again, another trend we're seeing, more and more hospitality experiences across all venues that we are seeing in sports. Let's shift to soccer. One of the most interesting stories in Major League Soccer will become even more interesting this weekend. So don't overlook the story of Korean soccer player Sung Hyu-min. Now, he is 33 years old. He's one of the top Asian goal scorers in history. He is known for his fast play, his charisma, his enthusiasm. So he's been playing for LAFC for the last month or so. He came over in a record deal, $26 million, from Tottenham Hotspur, where he played for 10 years. He is proving to be a wildly popular draw in Los Angeles, which of course has a strong Korean community. They drew nearly 23,000 fans for his home debut, and that was the most for an LAFC match in 8 years. And the spotlight grows this weekend when LAFC visits the San Jose Earthquakes at Levi Stadium on Saturday. They are expected to break all-time season record of more than 50,000 fans at Levi Stadium for LAFC and the Earthquakes, and it's large part due to Sung Hyu-min's influence and appeal. American audiences are just getting to know this 33-year-old, but keep an eye on him. He is fun to watch, and not just on the pitch. He has more than 14 million Instagram followers. He's such a celebrity and hero to the Korean community. Watch a match, and you will see the new fans that he is drawing to Major League Soccer and why he is one soccer player to keep your eye on. Finally, another day, another massive fund targeting sports investments. We talk all the time about how attractive the sports industry is to investors, and here's another prime example from our friends at Sportico who were first to report. CVC Capital Partners. It's formed a $14 billion global sports group entity. It's believed to be the largest sports fund across the private equity sector. This group, the Global Sports Group, will hold all of CVC's sports investments. That includes the like of La Liga, Six Nations, Liga One, Volleyball World, and WTA Ventures. Those are entities that CVC is already invested in. And of course, this group will also focus on further investments in the sports space. Again, a $14 billion group that is flush with capital and bullish on the future growth of sports. So the key takeaways from today's Buzzcast are, number one, it's been an amazing run for Sports Business Daily, a news feed that has had tremendous impact on the business of daily aggregation, original reporting of critical news, and it launched 31 years ago today, September 12th, 1994. Takeaway number 2, premium hospitality, premium event spaces continue to be very hot and a very important sector for sports. Fans are willing to pay for the best experiences, and teams and venues are building out as many premium, high-end, or special areas as possible. Number 3, a great story for MLS is the arrival of Korean soccer star Sung Hyun-min to LAFC. He's proving to be a huge draw to the large Korean community in California, and he is becoming a key business driver for Major League Soccer. Finally, it's early, things can change, but the early numbers show the strength and strong viewership of college football. People worried the transfer portal and all the upheaval in college sports would damper interest, and that doesn't appear to be the case as of now. College football continuing to be a very strong draw for fans. And that is your Morning Buzzcast for Friday, September 12th. I'm Abe Madkour. Thanks for listening. Stay healthy. Be good to each other. I'll be out in Los Angeles all next week at our Drive conference. My colleagues will bring you the Buzzcast all next week. I'll speak to you down the road.